Okay guys, I get a lot of questions on YouTube about my bearded dragon cage, so I just decided I'm going to go ahead and make a video on it. Alright, one thing I want to show you guys something about this tank, why I like it versus other reptile tanks. It has a very convenient slider. And first of all, if you guys are going to go looking for it, I'm going to tell you what it's called right now. It's called the Zilla Critter Cage. And the screen, you just unlock those two things, it just slides right off. It would be a lot better for like a corn snake or any other kind of snake, because you have no chance of a snake getting out of here, unless of course it can chew through the screen. There's no way it's going to push this screen up and get out of here, and there's definitely no chance of your bearded dragon getting out of here. And you can just see that it's just real easy to do. Just one hand is all you need to do it with. Very easy to feed your dragon. Very easy to get your dragon in and out of the cage. Very easy to do everything you need to do to open the cage. You know, you would need to clean it or anything like that. It's really easy, and you can just see that it just slides right back on there. And another thing I like about it, as long as your wires are hugged back behind it, you know, your wires don't get stuck in there while you're trying to do stuff. That's also very convenient. And now for the cage itself. This cage is a 40 gallon. It measures exactly 36 inches across. It is 16.5 inches high, and it's 18 inches deep, which means how far it goes back. So yeah, and those measurements are also exact. I measured that, and that's the exact measurements I got when I measured the tank. They probably just did that for some reason, you know, just to sell it easier or something like that. But anyway, I get a lot of other questions that I'm going to go over right now about, can I keep my bearded dragon in this 40-gallon tank for its whole life? The truth is, you can keep one bearded dragon in a tank like this, but no expert will recommend it to you. No expert will ever recommend you keeping a dragon in a 40-gallon tank. And one of the reasons I'll tell you why right now, because she's not even halfway full grown yet, and she's already clawing at the side. You know, I'll be playing my 360 or watching TV or something, and she's clawing at the glass, looking for a way out of there. You know, it is a little small. It's not too small. It's just right, but you know, she's gonna grow bigger, so I'm gonna need to get her in a bigger tank. And then a lot of people counter question me, what I would like to call it, and they ask me, can I put my bearded dragon in a 55-gallon tank versus your 40-gallon tank? Would that work? The 55-gallon tank, most of them, not all of them, but the ones you're going to buy at Petco and any other large, you know, PetSmart or anything like that, they're all going to be tall. They're all made tall for aquatics, like fish, which anything above this 40-gallon is. Any other kind of gallon tank you want, you're either going to have to make it work for a reptile, or you're going to have to customize it yourself. You're going to have to, you know, go to Home Depot and get your own glass and, you know, glue it together and go through all that heartache. But anyway, that's a couple, you know, pros and cons of this cage. Just anyway, the 55-gallon, just like I said, you're better off having this 40-gallon. You're much better off having this 40-gallon. Something else, if you want two bearded dragons, the perfect setup I found is a 75-gallon tank. It has plenty of room in the bottom. Since it is made for fish, it does stand a little bit taller. I found that you can take advantage of this by putting a lot of their, you know, like items in there, their objects and, you know, stuff like that. You can raise it up a little bit, maybe get like a log that kind of comes up off, you know, raise it up, take advantage of its height. It has a lot of room in it. You can put two fully grown bearded dragons in a 75-gallon tank. It looks very nice. It looks like it's got plenty of room, and the dragons look very happy and healthy in there. And that's what I think. I'm looking for another tank mate for her right now, and then I'm going to try to get them used to each other, and then I'm going to put them in the new 75-gallon tank, you know, to try to make less confusion and less fights and everything that way. And I'm just going to see how that works out. That pretty much covers it, guys. And another reason I like this screen versus all the other screens is because this one's, you know, typically new. It's just about new. It only comes in Zilla so far that I've looked. I'm pretty sure it only comes in Zilla. And it comes in 40-gallon tanks, 20-gallon tanks, and 10-gallon tanks. And again, this is a 40-gallon. Another thing that a lot of people think is convenient, which is not convenient at all, is this right here. It's called a hinge screen, and this is on a 20-gallon. You can buy it for a lot of tanks, all the way up to the 40-gallon like I have. Maybe even more, maybe even less, I'm not sure. Maybe even for smaller ones. But a big, huge minus of this is a lot of reptiles, if you have something sitting up, you know, bearded dragons, whether it be a bearded dragon or a snake, if they can reach the top, it's very easy to push open, even if you have the clamps on there, because you know it's like two pieces, so it's a lot easier for any kind of reptile to come across and just push it right up. You know, pretty simple to just get out of there and escape, especially for something like a snake. Bearded dragons are escape artists too. Let me let you guys know. And another thing that's bad about this is when you put a dome up on here. Let me show you guys this. Let me show you. You take like a deep dome like this and you put it up on there. As you can see, it doesn't fit. It'll melt it. And even if you did have a lower wattage bulb in there that you knew wasn't going to melt it, you're still going to have to move the bulb off every time, you know, risk burning yourself, or, you know, risk something happening or some other stuff like that. So it's really inconvenient to have a tank like this. I'd rather just have a normal full piece screen, but I'd much rather have the slider. It's so nice, it's so convenient, it's so easy. You just unlock these two simple pieces right here and it just slides right off. And you know, the wires don't get stuck if they're hugged behind, and you can just slide it right back on and just clamp right on there. It's real nice, real easy to do all your daily cleaning, or you know, feeding, or getting your dragon in and out, all that kind of stuff, guys. So that pretty much covers it. Thanks for watching, guys.